Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a Midrank Madness game sent in by Seryu. It's going to be Seryu versus something vowels, and Seryu refers to their opponent as Kerrigan. So we're going to do that. So bottom left on Dynasty, we've got Seryu, the red Terran player, and on the top right, it's going to be Kerrigan playing Zerg, as you would expect from the low IQ clan. Seryu is a member of the Discord, and again, for Midrank Madness, just send your replays to Sniper Monkey at the email address in the description here, with the subject of Midrank Madness, gold, platinum, or a diamond level. So hatch pool opening here from Kerrigan. Interesting. Seryu making a Reaper and expanding to this little gold base, but if you mine out the gold here, then Zerglings can come through. So we will see how Seryu expects to handle that. So this Reaper's name is gonna be Bob the Reaper. And it's Midrank Madness, so that was a nice spore crawler there. Why is the queen late? Because it's Midrank Madness. And goodbye, Bob. Alright. Yeah, it's a pool. Hatch pool. Gas later. So I don't know why the queens were late, but nothing died. So everything is A-OK here. We've got Hellions here. We've got a starport. We've got ourselves mining from the gold base. And a third base on the way here from Kerrigan. Spreading creep. Everything is A-OK there. Lair on the way here at about 4 minutes. Baneling Nest on the way at about 4 minutes as well. Speed for these lings. Just checking to see. And third base at what could be a natural expansion here on Dynasty. I've got a Liberator. Liberator on the way here on Dynasty. A weird place to set up Liberator. Oh, it's expecting maybe that the Zerg player Kerrigan had taken that base. This Overlord is going to die. Yeah, maybe expecting the Zerg player to do this, and the Zerg player has been like, not worried about it, man. Third base here. I mean, a lot of workers. It is 50 to 53 workers here as Kerrigan is up. Seryu trying to keep up here too. Definitely has access. Ooh, I was going to say, has access to mules, so that's going to help with the income as well. Yeah, everything's about even on overall income here. About 2,500 minerals per minute here on average. A little bit more from Seryu. And I mean, that's going to be the mules without a doubt. So Viking hunting around, trying to see what's going on here. Fourth base coming up at about 6:30, which is definitely late. Down this right side. If you haven't really had anything attack you at all, then your fourth base really should be coming down closer to 4.5 minutes. I don't know why these queens are bugging out. Where are you trying to go, queens? What is your pathing trying to tell you to do? Oh, got Hellbats out from Seryu as the fourth base lands. So this is not good for the Zerg player. Terran is keeping up in base count pretty effectively. Worker count is ahead now compared to what Kerrigan is doing, but Kerrigan has a ton of creep tumors. Bunch of creep spread all over the map here. And at this point, if you have creep here, I mean, might as well take this gold. I like how there's also a Rich Vespene Geyser on the left side. You can take this base as like a gold and a Rich Vespene Geyser base. Or regular gas if it's inside and a little bit safer. Which is intriguing. Anyway, are we meching here, Seryu? Is that the play? We've got Ghost Academy on the way. It's kind of a hybrid, right? It's a lot of barracks, but definitely a bunch of Hellbats. Siege tanks in the mix here, too. Medivacs for all the Marines that are being produced. They've got +1/+1, which is sick. I like the upgrades here, but it's not the best upgrades I've ever seen, but 2-2's on the way, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. A little Marine move out, killing some of this creep, and they're all going to die. See you later, guys. All right, so what is this, the fourth base? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth base is done now from Kerrigan. Creep spreading, looking good. And this is a pretty chill game, I'd say, for the first 10 minutes. right? We've had a Reaper out. We've had a handful of Marines. We've had a Liberator. And we've had some Hellions clearing out creep. And then here we go. Kerrigan comes in. Banelings connecting on the Hellbats is good. Hydralink Bane at its best. This Planetary might be in trouble. Baneling's going to clear out tons of Marines. But the Planetary killing 18 units itself, and the Zerg player is forced to fall back. There's some Queens, I guess, that want to spread some creep here, but good luck with that, guys. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Seryu is definitely throwing up some of that advanced ballistics upgrade. Creep here, creep here, creep here, creep here, creep here, creep here, creep here. There were spots to creep. But yeah, ghosts in the house, man. Well, the upgrades on these Lings. 2-2, no Adrenal, no Baneling support, no Hydra support. Not going to go well for those Lings. Hydra, no, Baneling's getting shot down here. At the front, Hydra's not trading particularly well. EMP on a Queen. Ooh, Infestor comes and gets a Fungal off. Another Fungal gets up, but there's nothing to follow up with that Fungal. It is 2 armor with no attack upgrades here for these Hydralisks, and Adrenal is on the way. Seismic Spine's coming in here too. Seryu doing a much better job microing against Banelings than in that previous engagement. Yeah, that was tough. It's a lot better now for sure. All right, Overlord, dead. Supply block on, nope, but it is 182 to 122 supply here. Zerg player is down big time. 101 to 40 army supply. Yeah, this little move out here from Seryu has been great. Kerrigan's trying to use Infestors, trying to use Queens to good effect here, but they're getting EMP'd, they're getting sniped off. I can't believe this Queen is still alive, but she's not. In all fairness, she's extraordinarily dead. Creep spread, pushing out. And yeah, this group's like, well, nothing's killed us, so we're going to keep moving in here, going after a macro hatch. And nice pickup. Some units died, but a bunch didn't. And Seryu's like, are you seriously not taking this base yet? What the heck is going on? So this group's going to handle the small amount of Lings that's coming in with Adrenal, with 2-2. 3-3 is on the way for those guys. They're going to be little gods of destruction here sooner rather than later. So dealing with this now is definitely a good experience. On the other side, I mean, Seryu's is expanding. Try to expand up this left side, but the creep spread of Kerrigan is interfering with that. You guys are still alive. 8 kills, 5 kills. I mean, they're all dead now, but did some work. I mean, that attack, I think those guys started down here. They went on a major, major rampage up this way. Causing all sorts of problems. Just a big ball of Marine Marauder. There's 1 siege tank in here. There are some ghosts. There's some Liberators in as well. Lingbane Hydra is technically the answer to this, but if your army value is not high enough to compete, or if your Terran just kind of stands there and eats a ton of Baneling shots, Lings with 3-3 and Adrenal tearing through these Marauders, and that is a big win from Kerrigan. Yeah, you can't just stand in there and take that big of a Lingbane Hydra army. Really need to stutter step back or pick up and get out of there. Got to do something. That allowed the army value to even up. So like we said at the moment before that battle happened, I think it was like a 20-30 supply advantage in army for Seryu, and now it's even. And that's not what you want to see. Seryu is at 84 to 76 workers. Really, apparently not interested in killing these tumors and taking this base. And if that's the case, if you don't want to kill some tumors and take a base, there's nowhere else to expand. We're out of places here. So there we go. Seryu comes up, scans, clears. I mean, if nobody's going to respond to your little run-up here and creep tumor murder, then sure, keep murdering the creep tumors, I say. Man, these guys have killed a ton of tumors. These 2 are going to go down. This one will probably die, but I'm not sure that Seryu knows about that one. Where is the Zerg? The Zerg's like, oh, but it's 5 Marines on creep. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with it? Nothing. We're just going to let it happen. All right. Medevacs, Liberators, Marines, Marauders, Siege Tanks. Nothing too crazy here from Seryu. Just more of the same. Let's see if the micro's improved or not. I'd love to see some nukes get called down just, you know, for entertainment value, but I don't know. Ghost Academy seems to be quiet Does have the factory, so you can make those nukes, which is nice. Yeah, man. Purple versus red. I like it. I like purple Zerg. It's just classic, right? I feel like the default color for Zerg is purple. But in these latter games, the default's to red versus blue, and so you don't really get purple Zerg all that much. At least on the latter games and the stuff that I cast. Oh, Liberator squeezes out of there. Squeezes out. Seryu does manage to take this base up the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases for the Terran playa. And look how cool Overseers look in this skin and purple. Man. They look so cool. All of their eyeballs and everything. Command center floating down this way because guess what? We killed the creep and the creep is receded and now we can expand there too. So I like what the Zerg player is doing. Lingbane Hydra, we talk about it a lot. Infestors here for fungal. Toss some fungals down, engage, try to get a surround, and you're going to win a lot of battles here as the Zerg. But the Infestors are just not joining this party and attacking up a ramp. Not able to get that surround at all. On the other side, Lurkers are shutting down this attempt at a planetary. Cancel it! Cancel it! Okay, not canceling it. Ah, the Infestors got in! Okay, see how Infestors make this battle a lot better for the Zerg. Oh, Chain fungling too. Oh, these medevacs are trying to run. Can't run as easy when you've been fungled, mate. And oh my gosh, Seryu is in so much trouble. Losing medevacs is the #1 sign that you're losing the game. This planetary dies. Thankfully, Seryu has sent the command center down this way to the 6 o'clock, but also, it's, well, it's not landing, so that's not great at all. These Hydras continue to chase these medevacs. They are so low on HP, it is abjectly terrifying. There are some siege tanks, and there is some scans, so these Lurkers are not going to be completely unopposed here. Ghosts can use their steady targeting on Lurkers pretty effectively. Not as easy to use it on, you know, or effective to use it on Lings or Banes. Or Hydras, to be honest. Like, sniping a Hydralisk with that ability feels always like kind of a waste of time. Huh. Oh, finally landing at the 6 o'clock base here is Seryu back up to 6 bases. Looks like Kerrigan has finally taken this little sneaky gold base right off of the main, which is always fun. We got +2 vehicle weapons. We got +2 ship and vehicle plating on the way from Seryu. A Spire coming in here. Maybe some Corruptors to try to deal with these really injured medevacs. So yeah, so we've got about 8 medevacs here, 9 medevacs, and 4 of them are basically dead, and 3 of them are in the orange. So they should be targets. They should be targets for anything. Queens, Hydras, Fungals would be good. Oops, Sniping Overlords is an interesting target, I guess. Where are the Banelings? Don't engage with the Hydras until the Banelings are coming in. We are sniping some of these Hydralisks, though. And again, it's fine. If you want to kill it with snipe, it's okay, right? It's a cooldown. It's not like you're losing anything by using a snipe. I guess if ultras start popping out later and you're like, oh, should not have used my cooldown on a Hydralisk just 2 seconds ago. I love the single Liberator stuff. Just trying to avoid... Oh, it's double Liberator against single Lurker stuff here. Single Lurker stuff is fun. Just trying to avoid the circles of doom. As ya do. Alright, so 11 o'clock are here. Upside, and Lingbane Hydra crushing. That's a dead planetary if ever I saw one. Oh yeah, actually not using all of the Banes on it. That's pretty good. Killing the base, backing it out, falling back. Okay, finally, new base here from Kerrigan. I feel like it's been a while since Sarah has had a new base. Yeah, Greater Spire on the way. Maybe some of those Brewlords in the future here. Not that you have to make them, but it's definitely an option. And I like that Seryu's just continuing to use little groups of Marines and Marauders up here just to harass, and if you lose them, so what? It's not like it's your entire army that you lost, and if you can get some value with it, you can draw the Zerg away from where you want to attack with your main army, it's even better. So yeah, these guys all died, so what? We killed some drones, we killed a Lurker, which is definitely worth killing. Lurkers is nice. I'm really shocked that Kerrigan has not decided to move on in here to wipe this thing out, maybe waiting for it to be done. Liberator. Liberator. Dealing with the lurker that's trying to deal with this planetary. It's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors situation here. Oh, we did. All right. And I like that Kerrigan is smart enough not to let the Banes explode on the thing that's not... You don't have to let them explode on, right? Oh, Banelings on ghosts! Oh, the fungals too. All the ghosts are dead. No, Seryu! Sending those ghosts out front like that was so tough. Oh, man. Hiders are sniping Liberators out of the sky right now. This is not looking particularly good. Another great fungal. I've always said the player that uses spellcasters has a massive advantage, but don't walk the infestors into death here. Both players are using spellcasters to an offensive level here. Snipe the libs. Snipe the libs. Ooh, neuroparasiting a lib is cool, but no. Okay, tit for tat. You wipe out all of my ghosts, I'm going to kill most of your chunky infestors. How's that sound? And Kerrigan's like, back it out. Back it out. Nobody likes to see that. Siege tanks out in front if you get closer. Love the Liberator stuff. They did decrease Liberator advanced ballistics range. So you can't set up quite so far away anymore. Liberator getting 3 kills as this is a focus of Kerrigan on this planetary, and bam! Planetary gets exploded here, but nice flank attack from Seryu, trying to avenge the death of that base. Things need to get involved here. Yeah, they get one shot by Liberators, but there are so many of them, it just doesn't matter. Nice chain fungal there. These guys, the 3/3 Lings, getting us around on a small group of units like this, just getting such value. Adding Widow Mines into the comp now is Seryu. Probably could have done that a while ago. Oh, these tanks. Tanks are dying to Lings. Never what you want to see if you're a Terran. It's 86 to 72 total army supply in favor of Seryu. Neural Parasite being used on these Liberators. And Widow Mine connections causing all sorts of problems. I love this Infestor. Getting some shots off. That's good. That's good to see. Man, 3/3s on the way from Seryu for siege tanks, for Liberators. Actually, hold on. Liberators are, yeah, they're at +3 air, so it's going to be full upgrades for everybody. Once that vehicle weapon and that vehicle and ship plating gets to 3 here for Seryu. Kerrigan, not expanding here, has the cash to just barely now, throwing it down at the 6 o'clock, but not really paying attention to it at all. I mean, there are siege tanks here. All it would take is like 3 Marines to wander over and this base would be canceled, but taking risks. Also, most of the army from Seryu seems to be up here. Liberators sieging in. Ghosts at the back. Marauders at the front. Marines too here. Sieging up from the high ground, but nothing really to protect it all. Like a Liberator circle on this high ground while a siege tank sits here would be pretty good. Pretty good bait, I would say, on this map of Dynasty or Dynasty, depending on if you're British or if you are American. I assume the Australians also call it Dynasty. Maybe not. A little too fancy, I think, for the Australians. They're a little bit more down to earth. Liberators setting up. There you go. Spore down. This is looking pretty dangerous, but again, standing in and taking a massive hit. With Bane legs, more stuff is dying. Liberators, Medivacs getting picked out of the sky. What am I connection? Ooh! It could have been so much worse for Kerrigan. Really could have been so much worse here. Oh my gosh. Oh, Infestors burrow in. So the ghosts don't know where they are. Widow Mine not connecting. Widow Mine does connect on one Zergling. I'm not sure if that was intended by Kerrigan or not, but it was pretty good. Nevertheless, Banelings don't do bonus damage to ghosts. They're not light units. You see how the Widow Mines are actually adding a lot of value to Seryu's composition here. That's great. That is really nice to see. Hey, there are some Corruptors out. And a Broodlord's on the way, but not a ton of money for Broodlords. Mostly minerals that are missing here. Oh, Corruptors are good snipe targets. Corruptors are, Lurkers are, Ultras are, Broodlords are. Such good targets. And this base is being allowed to live, despite the fact that Seryu has siege tanks right in position to shut this thing down. The one Broodlord is trying to keep this base alive by tossing down Broodlings onto these tanks with their +3 armor. Eventually, the chewing will get through that armor with these Broodlings. They've got +3 attack. It's just tank armor is insane. All right, siege tank dies. Broodlord very happily 2 kills, 2 siege tanks. On the other side, Fungal's getting tossed down all the time. Widowmine connections are not firing. More Broodlords are here. The Fungal Broodlord combination. Infestors being miscontrolled, walking right into death here. Snipes on the Broodlords, getting some work down for sure. 98 to 73 army supply here for Kerrigan. Falling back. 58 cracklings in production. 1 ghost died. Broodlord goes down 2. The remaining 2 Broodlords don't really want to engage here. This is just coming down to, I think, a question of resources lost and how much of the map you've got. Is this a map split in half for Dynasty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8, 9 bases here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 7. I think the Zerg player does have enough of the map to possibly win this thing. I mean, 87 drones is probably too many at this stage of the game, but also maybe running in unsupported Lings is not going to do it for you here, friend. Oh, Widowmine's connecting. Lings trying to get on the backside here. They do wipe out a siege tank, but only 1 tank. And remember how I said the base count for Kerrigan here was great? It is dead now. Man, Creep Tumor's getting all sorts of sniped up. This is just tough. This is extremely tough. Vipers in production. Kerrigan's like, well, I haven't really used Vipers yet today. Maybe they're the answer. Yeah, abducting tanks, abducting ghosts, abducting liberators out. Gonna be pretty good. But you can't fly over the army with the bad rally first, though. Okay. Okay. All right. We're just kind of feeding at this point, aren't we? A lot of Hydra and Lurker coming down. Is there enough to save this hatch? I don't think so. Okay, so 2 bases killed here by Seryu in quick succession. And this, look at this, adding the more siege tanks because of the Hydras that Kerrigan is so in love with right now. The fully upgraded tanks are just going to obliterate these Hydras. They are glass cannons. They will die extremely quickly if hit by upgraded siege tanks in any number at all. Oh gosh, look at these guys. Ba-bam! Hydra corpses littering the ground. Snipes taking one as it tries to retreat. Army value is even at this stage. It's not looking particularly good for either player. They're both around 130 supply. Worker count was about 80 a second ago for Kerrigan, but now it's down to 56. That's what happens when you lose 2 bases and you have a ton of drones at each one. Trying to long distance mine here. Get enough money to make a hatch. Oh, Lurker comes in, dies immediately. This Lurker comes in, gets a spine off him and dies. There's just not enough Zerg. This Broodlord trying to win. Blinding Cloud on the takes. It's a miracle maneuver here. Is it enough, though, for Kerrigan? I don't know that it is. The Blinding Clouds are helping immensely, but it doesn't last forever. That's a GG. 79 to 21 army supply. Seryu is our winner. What a fantastic showing. What a fantastic showing of how to play TVZ there on Dynasty here from Seryu. That was great. Man, that was really great. And resources lost, as I talked about previously, 72,000 to 50,000. That's a 12,000 resource difference in 28 minutes. That is some good cost efficiency out of the Terran. Ended up killing a whole bunch of stuff, including what? Including 66 drones, 4 hatcheries, 2 baneling nests died. How many Zerglings? 764 Zerglings, 137 Hydralisks. The 22 Infestors going down, a lot of that was sloppiness. You can't avoid losing Infestors, I don't think, in a game like this, but losing like all 22 of them is not great. I guess there were 2 remaining. Not all of them. 12 Queens dead. 2 Creep spread was good, but never really able to kind of keep up with the macro here of Seryu. Seryu always seemed to have a bit of a bigger army supply, a bit of a better composition. And the reason that Kerrigan got this game to go as long as they did was mostly because of just some bad engagements there from Seryu, just taking massive baneling shots to the face when there's really no reason to do so. At the very least, you kite away. At the very least, you pick up your dudes. Right? That's what I always say. Anyway, good game. Good game there. Fantastic game. Just a bloodbath of epic proportions there in favor of Seryu today, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.